So this is from Boosty CS. He was playing ESA main. I'm calling in my team. We lost the game because I called a bad T-side, I think, in the ESA main. By the way, thanks for making this game. So I guess we are back to Mirage. Faking A. I have to understand this Antigo. They're taking mid aggressively. They're smoking deep CT. Unless they want to rush connector. Smoke deep jungle, smoke deep CT. Actually getting in decent positions. But it's again, it's an eco, right? I feel like you have to play a little more slow, right? You're basically rushing stuff. I think in Antiago, my brother, my boosty friend, I think here in Antiago you have to play a little slow. I think this is a key round. You switch the momentum a little too fast. I would recommend with the grenades and stuff you have, maybe do A execute instead. Splitting A can be good if they're stacking A, obviously. But you're coming in connect just one smoke in connector, and your split is not gonna be effective. Does that make sense? And that's what happens here. They put a smoke in connector. You kind of don't want to jump through it. If you want to jump through it, you need a good flash for connector. Like I showed before in the other demo. Let's see here. Ooh, good shot, Boosty, my friend. Aha, trade. They did on balcony. Now it needs to go. You're staying back. You have to go here, boys. He's buying a lot of time. Nice. 4-2. Plan for short. Good communication. I'd like to see it. That looks good so far. So let's see. Half buy. Smoking deep short, deep mid. So they're taking mid control, like I said. They're playing really good here as a team. Molotov connector, using utility. They know they have superior weapons. Let's see how they take care of this. They need a smoke top connector now. What they have. Everything is good. Smoke window. This looks like a B split. They have the AMB look I talk about. They're playing ABC CS. Clean ladder room slowly. Now you please jump. You're not. Check that, please. Okay, good. So the B split here is obviously that's the issue, right? The CTs are gambling because they have anything nothing to lose. Let's see why they do it. So I would say in this scenario, right? I think going 3 guys short is good. I think you're committing to the B split. No. Problem comes, you have no info if they rotate. If you had one guy in connector here, one guy in connector is enough to call like they're rotating, come back to A. But it's always hard because you want to commit to the B split, you want to go in as a team. But here you're going to a stack, and that's how it is sometimes. But this anti-eco, you play way better. Let's see. How can they improve on T-side calling? He asked. Good use of Molotov. Nice. Trade. Again, it's a eco. Let's say this eco doesn't matter. Actually, not a weapon. What are you guys gonna do? Fake in mid control. Ooh, how many flashes they used there. Used a lot of flashes. Let's see. They're gonna do a B expo. Here, so this is exactly what I talked about. You have full mid control, right? At this moment, there's a big chance to go into 2 guys B, right? Because it seems like they left mid. No info, only one way. No flashes, no pushes, no op shooting, nobody spamming. So yeah, that's what I talked about before, right? At this moment, they know it's bad. So now they're going into B stack. They trade here. Now this is good scenario. Now they have to react. Let's see how they do it. Molotov car, they go fast. They could use one flash now, which they used like 3 or 4 flashes before in mid. Come B side, smoke kitchen, everything's look good. Now there has to be a trade coming. Yeah, that's a key frag. Now you should calm down. You have a lurker here. Like here you should not stress. This lurker should now get to play the round out. Right? So you're coming down on B side. I think the call is great here. You're exploring now, you're trading. Now you get the kill. Boosty, unlucky. And now basically what your lurk has done Here doesn't have impact because you're getting too many fights on B, right? So either lurker has to move faster, or once you get up B, you have to calm down and let the CDs do a mistake, and you calm down and you get the lurker in play. Because right now, they're gonna expect him to be a window short. By where before, if you're alive, like this, now the lurker isn't literally doesn't matter because now he's just holding here. He could be side the whole time. So his lurk, it's not a lurk anymore. It's just like he was B already. You know what I mean? So this is where you can calm down. Aha, that's the A split here. I think this is a great call actually. Boosty. Good call here. Execute is good. Now he has to clear this angle. Yes, yes. He should get that duel. But trade. Perfect. Good trading CS. Love to see it, Boosty. Good call. Switching up the pace. Now it comes down to clutch. Could you play it differently? This is a bad peak, in my opinion. Bomb is planted, 90 seconds left, and now you give him the options and you die. And I think you should peak together. And now it gets to 1-1, but you win in the end. So it could have been a dangerous round. Fast smoke window. People have prepared their smokes. It's good to see. So now you have mid control again. Let's see. Here you should. Now you're not going A, right? Right now. Now you go A, which is fine. You go out. Flashes are good. He kills you blind, I think. That can happen. I think this is a great call. You're not going before your teammate actually confirmed there. You want to submit. You even pre-expect this. Oh, they deny. Interesting. Yeah. So this is where key flash. Look here. So here, right? This could all be avoided. I'll show you in the server now, my brother, my friend. I showed a flash before, but for you, I'm gonna show you perfectly what you could have done. The idea what you're doing is perfectly. You want to execute, but the flash you, in my opinion, need right here is this flash that if they pre-aim you at the top, you can kill them. Let's jump into the server fast and I'll show you. I showed it before, but people have been here, but I just want to show it to our friend who sent in the demo, asking a good question. So let's jump into the game fast. So I saw this guy, right? Who was running around the flash here. That's the key thing I want to talk about. If you would have done the flash I talked about before, this flash, right? The second they would aim here and try to kill your teammate, they will be blind, you know? They're coming up here, they will be blind. Not fully blind, but enough, you know? What you also could have done is that you go here and you flash in the back. And you go just all the way back here, and you can probably flash in the back if they're pushing. You know what I mean? So they'll come up here, and they'll get full blind. And you won't get blind because as you're molotoving, you're getting a flash in the back. You know what I mean? So you come here, you get a flash in the back, and you know they're not pushing. You even molotoved it, so I think a flash, if you add a flash there when you're doing this, is perfectly, but your teammates are not getting blind when they're staying like this. Even if your teammate is holding, you know? So you just come here, you can just find a flash from there, that's safe, and you can have one teammate holding here, he won't get blind if you put it left enough, you know what I mean? And you can go out with it and fight if they're pushing mid. So that's definitely something you could do about it. That was one thing. Let's go back into the demo. So I think you lose the round here, even though you're expecting that. But you have to be very careful about this mid push because it is hard to do anything. You even Molotov it, but adding one more extra flash in the back would have been perfect. Especially it seems like you had the read there pushing mid, so you read the game perfectly there. So definitely you should be more non-lazy about it. Coming out fast mid, flashing connector. Oh, good flash, peeking. So here I want to see if you're actually doing what you should do. No. So when you're doing this peek, my brother, let me show what you could do. When you're doing this peek, I definitely think you have a guy flashing connector for you guys, or you can have a guy flashing away like this. You know what I mean? Like you flash like this. So if you add this, because if the orb is holding you, like I see you like to do this peek on short with your orb. So if you add this flash, he's full blind. if he's holding you, you know? So definitely a flash you can add, especially because you as a T don't get blind from it. So that's something you can prove when you're doing this peak. And I definitely also think you should add a flash connector while you're going here. That could be a second guy doing it and a third guy doing the other flash. So you go with the flash here in the back. There. You turn around at the right time and not like me, like a noob. And then you get a flash above connector and you have this control. Because what you're doing is pretty good. You're smoking up here and you're smoking short on window, right? So you're doing all the right things. But you can do it even more safe with these flashes, I think. So definitely think some that you can improve on. See how you do mid. You still connector split here, good. Yeah. Does he have a does he have a Molotov? Because then I think, yeah, definitely use your Molotov here. And again, I'm going to show you server. He should definitely Molotov here and add this flash I talked about. He can also add a flash. I flashed here earlier. That's late round, you know. So you Molotov on the balcony. You clear balcony here like he did. Molotov. And then he can decide to flash on the balcony. But I think it's better to flash down here and then go out and kill. Gotta check default only because you're coming up connector. So he needs to use utility there because the only round you're gonna lose, the only way you're gonna lose the round is this guy kills one. And this scenario is even two guys, right? So definitely something you could improve on here. I don't know if you lose the round because of that, because they're playing two guys here, so he should have used his Molotov. Let's see how many they end up killing. Who's playing there? Marix and who? Okay, you're lucky he kills that guy actually. This guy. He clears is good. But what a Molotov, you can see the Molotov would have changed a lot. See? It could have went wrong. If you went up here to peek down, he would have been in trouble with that, right? So he did the right decision, but I feel like he could play this safer. See? Take mid control again. You're playing off your AWP here, boosty. So I like the way you're playing with on based on the AWP boosty here. Let's see how you guys are actually going up B now, right? Again, you hear steps in mid now. He should call they're playing mid, so you should go as soon as possible B. Let's see how you go B. But here I think you're already missing the timing, right? You have to think about he has to call out. They're stepping. They're running away. You know what I mean? They're stepping away. They cleared mid. They're gonna stack sides now. So you're losing your timing. And I know this smoke is not fun to go through, but now you should go. If the longer you wait, the more problems you're gonna get. Does that make sense? At this moment, you can actually abuse the timing. So maybe you could have gone there, but also if you do a good execute, it's fine to wait if you're more comfortable about that. But look how many there be already. Because they cleared mid and your lurker is still here. What you could have done is doing a throw a fake on B and he walks up connector, here the rotation, and you can go back to A, like through underground. So that's definitely something you can improve on as well. To be honest, overall, I think you played actually decent T-side. The anti-ego was really expensive, and I don't know if you want to always play so aggressive in anti-ego. It's up to you, obviously. I would take a more slow or do a full execute way altogether. If you want into a stack, you just have to trade a mid-X and X. By splitting up anti-ego, you have to kind of rush and less refrag potential, which is going to cost you a lot more in the end if they are getting a kill or two. So overall, like I said, small key things you can improve on. Like I said, flash above connector, it's more safe. You go out there together, use the utility, make your teammates understand when to use the Molotov and flash like this in apps. It could have been a more smooth round. You're taking mid good. Try when you have mid, gather the information, and I talked about it in another Mirage team before. Gather the information and react to what you're getting from your lurk. Your lurk in mid has to tell you they're clearing mid. Okay, then we go B, or if they clear mid, let's go back to mid. You know, they just cleared it and they're gonna play sides. So reacting towards the information you get from your lurk and just not let him to be passive. There was another round where the lurk is not getting any impact because you're maybe not coming down once you get on the side. So try to watch through it and try to see if you can prove like some of the stuff I coach you guys with. Else, I think you had a great game plan. Sometimes it comes down to clutches. You lose anti-echo. If you don't lose that, you probably get 7-8 rounds, right? Then you're looking at different TF and you feel it's good TF then instead of a 10-5.